So yesterday we did an Army commercial. Don't worry, the Marine Corps has one for you too. Yeah! Now, some of you are in the Marine Corps. Is this what it's like?
Yeah. It's like a night at the museum.
It is more than a trial by fire. It is a rite of passage. A challenge to join the elite. And if you succeed, if you can master your fear, outsmart your enemy, and never yield,
and never ask a question why we're fighting an 18-year war for a country that is thousands of miles away from us. Welcome to the Marines.
To yourself, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Huh?
This reminds me of the that scene in Generation Kill when they're driving. He's like, "Should have went into battle with your sword, Brad. That would have been badass." That was one of the best scenes in Generation Kill. They're just talking about how they all got conned into the Marine Corps.
Yep.
And he was like, "Oh yeah, I had a recruiter at my high school." And they're like, "I bet this guy saw the commercial where the guy in the dress blues kills a dragon with his sword." They're all just laughing about the Walmart Wall of Heroes. That's why, dude. That's why yesterday, like, the military people love when we make fun of them because they're just as cynical and broken as we are. Like, there's, you know, most of the guys that are in the military at this point, especially the veterans that have been like, that have like 18 years in, those guys are the most cynical about their jobs. Like, they're not like, "Yeah, we're proud, we're defending Israel." Like, they'll be the first ones to make jokes about fighting for Israel. They just won't say it too loud because they don't want any officers around.
They don't want them to check their text messages like they do with the National Guard and then not be able to serve.
Yeah, but when they're in a fucking Humvee that smells like ball sweat and they're driving around the desert, you better believe they're saying some really dark shit. This is so bad. So he's fighting a lava monster?
It's a lava monster. It's a run-of-the-mill lava monster.
Did we start a war with the lava monsters?
No, Mike. You know why? Because we're fighting them over there, so we don't have to fight them over here.
What's the matter? You don't want to show, like, is it just the fact that a lava monster helps keep the recruitment numbers high, and I don't know, probably calling in an airstrike on a fucking orphanage in the middle of Iraq probably wouldn't get the same numbers?
I'm sorry, but you know that Mordor is the only place in Middle Earth where you could have butt sex? Have you thought about that?
Mm-hmm. It's the only place where all three monotheistic religions.
That's fucking correct, okay? You could be an elf, you could be an orc, you could be a dwarf, and you could live there. Can we make a military commercial, but make it real? Can somebody help me out with this? Yeah.
Can we make a video where it's the same music and it's like the few, the proud, let's get some footage of like a fucking missile hitting a hospital in Fallujah. Just hospitals getting blown to smithereens, schools getting blown up. The few, the proud, the Marines, farmers getting shot in the fucking throat.
Oh, man. I fucking just love when they would send the recruiters to high schools, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was just so predatory.
And what's weird is, like, you know, I probably didn't want to join the military back then, but for all the wrong reasons. And now I'm glad I didn't join the military for all the right reasons. But regardless of your reason, don't join the military. I mean, unless, like, I will say this, unless
we need a military.
So I'm pretty sure the military will exist without the 2,000 people that watch the show.
Mike, I don't think you know the sway we have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the recruitment will stay high. I'm telling just you guys that I like, don't join the military.
Unless you're Puerto Rican.
But no, I mean, honestly, if you're somebody who is in a situation that seems to be almost like irreversibly bad, like there are people whose lives are so shitty that joining the military is preferable to staying in their hometown, going to community college, and like working at a fucking car lot. Like that I understand. There are people out there that live in dirt poor areas that have no fucking real future unless they do something. So I'm saying like that's fine. But if you're just some guy that like has a good throwing arm and has pretty good grades, and you're walking past that recruitment station and they're like, "Hey, you want to be a hero?" Look them dead in the eye and say, "No, no, I don't." You know why? Because heroes get murdered.
Eric in the chat says, "The few, the proud, the minorities." Fucking realistic military commercial. I'm for it. Let's figure it out. Let's do it.
You want to serve your country and be a hero, kid? No, heroes die all the time.
Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather be a bum.
I'd rather be a fucking coward who lives till he's 75. Thanks.
Pat Tillman would still have a cushy NFL postseason job on the ESPN right now calling games. That's all I'm saying.